Howdy, folks. Welcome to episode 92. Almost there. And we are almost there. We are quickly approaching 100 episodes. Can you believe it?
Yeah, buddy.
McMurray, we're going to have to do something special for 100.
Okay.
That's going to be in about 8 weeks, which is what? Shit, that puts us into 2023, doesn't it?
Yeah, just barely.
Holy crap. Hold on. I'm going to check something out here. I got a calendar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, looks like January 11th will be 93, 94, 95. No, wait a second. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Yep, January 11th should be episode 100.
And Christmas isn't going to get in the way of any of those episodes in between or anything like that?
No, not at all. Nor will New Year's, because it's Christmas is on Sunday this year.
Okay.
So we're good.
I would assume we're having Jeff on next week for a Skanksgiving episode.
Yes.
Outstanding. Oh, Jeff's got a hat on?
Yeah.
What?
You can save 20% or less on your car insurance by sorry.
Nice.
Oh, we are fancy today.
Anyway, the other thing that we're getting close to, thank you
sponsored.
to Mr. Hex's video. We're quickly storming up on 300. We are currently at, where am I? 266. We've gained 38 subscribers in the last 4 weeks.
Let's do it again.
So, uh-oh.
Andrew.
Uh-oh.
What's
Got a
that?
big box.
Is that outgoing or incoming, Jeff?
Outgoing.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so it's friendly fire.
Might be when he opens it.
Ah, crap. I got to run out to my garage real quick, guys, and grab my big tweezers that are still out there.
All right. No worries.
That's honest to God, not a euphemism for anything. I'll just be right back.
Now,
All right.
That's the game.
Stalingrad Pocket.
Yep, and he looks to me like he's got the
Two,
whole
baby.
shebang there.
Stalingrad Pocket. Doso.
All right.
Fancy.
The
Go
whole
get your
box,
damn
the whole game
tweezers.
campaign.
This is the whole campaign starting on November 9th, 1942, baby.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to run through the comments real quick. Reese came in early, said, hey, y'all. Charles, about an hour later, with a hey, y'all back. And Reese says, been loving all the recent videos. Keep me occupied while I pack venison for the freezer. All righty. And then Hex doing a fine job of backing up here, saying, hey, Sir Chucka Combat and Reese. Crossing Obstacle Gaming, all the way over from Scandinavia, saying, hey, everyone. Charles saying, evening, Mr. Hex and Mr. Crossing. And then Hex coming in with a give me a C, give me an O, give me a G. Crossing says, hey, Charles, and Hex to Hex. Charles saying, Noble Knight has some fair prices. I came and I saw which the manufacturer had a $10 reduced. It was reduced like another $6. Not saying I didn't buy anything. Not saying I did buy anything. Crossing says, I'm not staying long, just stopping by since I'm awake. Anyways, it's 3 here, and I should really sleep. That's fair. That's fair. I've been where you are, and it's not fun. But, you know,
I used to say 20, 25, 30 years ago, I'll sleep when I'm dead, but since I'm now almost dead, I got to sleep.
Right, exactly. And then Hexy, you said, you did, Chuck, referring to
Chuck's like me.
buying.
We buy.
Yep.
Yeah, but Charles occasionally buys some cool stuff. You just buy board games.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. Let's be nice. And then you let Crossing know that he needs to get the rest.
Yep, get it.
But Reese responds with, "Sleep is for the weak," as I pass out and face plant into my paint palette. Actually, what's kind of funny is just as you had posted that, Reese, we were talking about how last night we were on a group video, and I had left because I needed to get rest for work today, and apparently, Mr. Hexy here fell out of his chair
Off my
because
stool.
off his stool while he was playing. So, Steve, 2 Action Steve comes in with, "Hey boys,
Hey, Stevie, what's up, buddy?
hope things are going well for you over there on the west side of the state." And then Charles says, "McM, you ain't done yet?"
No, Charles, I had to work the last couple nights. I'm just now kicking off. I got it all set up. Had to work a couple nights, so I'm kicking off term 1.
So, what, we got to do the usual. And of course, the usual is right now talking about March to Victory. Go to marchtovictory.net. Go to shop. Go and buy your ticket now for $17. Get you into the convention the entire weekend. Get you your name tag already printed so you can waltz in like a high roller, say, "Miss Donna, may I have my name badge, please?" Because that's what high rollers do when they talk to my wife. They speak with her. They speak to her with the utmost respect. Because if they don't, she whips their ass. You also will receive a exclusive miniature from Wiley Games. Don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be good. So if you can't make it, I'm sure there's going to be drawings like we've had in the past. So get your raffle ticket. Probably going to be the same $3 as always. And remember, the money that you're spending is helping to pay for the site. It's no one's pocketing the money. It's just going to make it a better make it better each time we actually end up doing this thing. So check it out, marchtovictory.net. If you can make it to Kansas City the last weekend of March, buy your ticket early. You got until I think mid-January, maybe as late as mid-February to get it in. So,
There's
Charles,
tickets at the door as well, aren't there?
What's that?
There's always tickets at the door.
Yeah, there's tickets at the door, but it costs you $20. You have to write your own name tag out like some plebe, and you don't get the nifty exclusive miniature, I don't think.
This is all correct.
So you can wait. You can throw the $20, at March to Victory when you walk in. But how about this? $17 for the early ticket and $3 for the raffle. You're still spending the $20, but you're getting so much better.
That's very true.
So,
and I am 110% sure Mr. Wiley would not look down on giving you a selling you a raffle ticket early. Are raffle tickets already up there?
Not yet. Not that I'm aware. I'm sure we'll get an email blast when it does.
I'm about to say that said the raffles are outstanding every year.
That's the other thing. If you want to get, be the first to know about this stuff, and you don't want to wait for me or McMurray to talk about it, go to wiley-games.com and join their email blast thing. Put in your email address. You'll find out about all the sales that they've got going. Like right now, there's a 25% off PDFs. So now's a great time to go, if you haven't already, go get a truckload of PDFs. You'll get 25% off.
I did not realize that was off all PDFs. That's outstanding, actually.
Yeah. Month of November, because I ordered the newest one that he just came out with. What was that?
The Grimdark supplement.
Yeah, the Grimdark supplement. It was 10.
Yeah.
I was ready to throw $10 at him. And,
I was worried because I forgot to. He put it out on a weekend that I was working, and there was like a launch sale that was 25% off. I'm happy to hear that they're back to 25% off because now I don't feel like
I think you can still get it because it said on mine, it said November PDF sale or November download sale.
Let's be honest. I'm going to grab it either way. I've got enough.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
40K and whatnot miniatures that
having
those
absolutely.
lists already made out and all the nifty stuff that goes into a supplement is just something I'm going to grab. I've played with them with Galactic Heroes and Bigger Battles. I don't know how many times locally to get 40K players interested, and it always works really well, but having everything statted out already is kind of convenient.
Exactly. And it's going to be one of those things that my understanding is for the next 6 or so months, they're going to be updating it, cleaning it up, making it look good. And each time they do an addition or clean it up, they will notify us that, hey, you've got an update. Go download the new update.
Correct, which is also cool.
At the end of the 6 months, they will be offering it as a physical copy book. So you'll be able to if you don't want just a PDF that you've printed yourself, you want the actual physical book, like all the rest of them that I have books. In about 6 months or so, you'll be able to buy it outright. So Steve also says there's gonna be some great games. Yes, there are. And in fact, one of them is going to be a 15 millimeter Bigger Battle 40K game using the new Grimdark expansion. So that's going to look cool. That's going to look real cool. And it's all like 4th edition, 1st, 2nd, 3rd edition type stuff. The Beaky Marines and the old style rhinos, the old style Land Raiders. It's going to look spiffy. So not going to want to miss that. All right, so I've done my bidding for the Wiley verse. We're going to keep that marchttovictory.net scrolling at the bottom to remind everybody to go to marchttovictory.net, click on sale or buy or shop. That's it, shop, and get your tickets. So there's also probably going to be March to Victory shirts for sale. I know we had them last year at the convention for sale. I don't know if they're going to be up for sale on the website or not. So
yeah, the shirts are always really cool. Also, Wiley and Robin always make sure to, I don't know, they're really comfy. They're really nice shirts. They're not just the cheapest ones off the rack they can find in terms of like the material, which is always super convenient and super nice because it does help.
Cross Obstacle Gaming has just stopped by to say hi. Have a nice stream, everyone. We'll watch on the catch up. Take care, buddy. Get some rest, and watch at your convenience when it's not. Well, I don't know how far north in Scandinavia you are, so I don't know if you're down to like 2 hours of daylight yet, or you're just at like 6 or 7 hours. But Don't wait until daylight to watch if you are awake normal time. So
Yeah, it's dark here. Get after it.
yeah, it's dark here. Well, the sun set where I live at 4:45 p.m. today. That's egregious. That's horrible. And it snowed today.
We didn't quite get snow today, which is nice.
Well, it didn't stick. It didn't stay. I mean, and it didn't even accumulate, but it was snowing and it was vulgar. And I hate snow.
I can agree with you on that one.
So everybody around here says, "Oh, but it's so beautiful."
No, it's
Hogwash.
Pretty,
It's
man.
not.
It's pretty.
You obviously have never had to work in the crap. Yeah. But we're not talking about weather tonight. We're going to talk about board games, what these guys are doing.
And you.
I in fact have been playing Salerno 43 as my videos have shown. I'm going to be I'm going to do turn 4 tomorrow. I'll have an update shortly after I'm finished. Still takes a while for me to get the video uploaded, but I'm having a grand time. I'm having a lot of fun. I wish my dice rolls were better. Damn British have been excuse me. The damn British have been sitting here focusing on this one town, trying to get the Germans out, and they keep rolling ones. It's horrendous. It's horrible. Americans are making good time though. They're getting some victory points. I don't think I'm gonna win at the end of turn 4, because for the Allies to win, I have to have 5 more points than the benchmark, and the benchmark is 6. I've got 11 currently, or I have 8 currently, so I need 3 more. The Americans have the sights on another victory point real quickly. If the British can kick these Germans out and be able to do an advance, they will grab a second point. I don't see how they're going to get a third one this turn, though. However, God, excuse me, guys. However, in turns 5, 6, and 7, they just need to have 5 more than 7. So, which is 12 points, which is just going to be 2 more points than what they're going to get by the end of this turn, hopefully. So we could see an ending. Now, I'm only going to go until turn 8, which is the avalanche scenario. And it's good. It's a lot of fun. It's really it's helping me understand better how traditional Hex Encounter games work. Because I have played World at War 85 quite a bit, but let's be honest, it is not a traditional Hex Encounter game.
I'm not sure if everyone would necessarily define BCS as traditional either, but it's certainly closer than what I understand World at War to be.
Yeah. World at War is it's a miniatures game on hexes. With how, this is the first time that I have actually sat down and really played a game that's got a CRT, combat resolution table. I'm not used to rolling a single die to determine what happens in the combat.
I gotcha.
So, but
Can't say
I did. Go ahead. What's that?
I said you can't say that anymore.
Nope. And it's I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've already decided that next September 9th, I'm going to break this out again, and I'm going to play the full 22 turn campaign. One turn per day to follow the actual days on the chart. Starting on turn 1 on September 9th, going all the way through till September 30th. So just kind of like how you did with Battle of the Bulge, I think it was last year.
Yeah, Todd and I did that with Bastogne a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Fun one to play.
The other thing that happened this weekend, there was a little mini convention. Mini as in a small convention, but it was also a mini convention because we were playing with miniatures. So would that be a mini convention?
I think it's a small miniatures convention.
There you go. Anyway, we had a small miniatures convention, and by small, it was about 6 tables and 2 sessions. And so I drove down. It was only $5 to participate. I drove down, slapped my $5, and got to play a game with my buddy Adam. He ran a Fistful of Toes 3 game. Jordanians versus the Israelis in 1967. I got my ass handed to me. By the end of turn 3, my battalion of M47s, Jordanian M47s, were no longer on the board. So all nine of my M47 units evaporated, and not from not from tank combat, but the guy rolling for artillery and airstrikes was he was flinging 6s like nobody's business, and it was horrible. It was ugly. Had a lot of fun though. It was great. Had fun. Hadn't got a chance to play a game with Adam for a couple of years. So and his models are always beautiful. 1285th GHQ. So that was a lot of fun. And then if y'all check out, if y'all follow Wardrobe Plays World War II, then you'll have seen the video of him and McMurray putting on a Fistful of Lead Bigger Battles game that happened in World War II.
Correct.
That was the second session. I didn't stay around for that one because I had to drive home. It was about an hour and 45 minute drive. So, yeah, it was. I didn't stay around for that one. I guess it went well.
It absolutely did. Yes.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
It absolutely did.
So Charles says that it was 42 degrees this morning in beautiful San Diego.
Yikes.
For San Diego, that's a little brisk. I'll be honest. I would love 42 degrees right now. E4 Airman says it's 40 degrees in Ohio. It is currently 27 in west central Illinois. Not a stellar temperature by any means. The other thing that happened on Saturday is I picked this big boy up. I did it. I picked up the U.S. Civil War from GMT by Mark Simonich. Same guy that makes the 4X series games. Salerno 43, Normandy 44. Does he do Ukraine 43?
All of
Jeff?
that, yeah, all of that is his.
Yeah.
Stockholm 42, Normandy, Holland.
Yeah,
Ardennes.
was it Holland 40, Ardennes 44? Yeah, so I know it's not the same. It's not the same game in any way, shape, or form. But I've got it punched out of the frames. I actually got it clipped. Now, I know you board gamers are probably going to cringe, but I've been clipping using these. They've been fully sterilized. We've already discussed this behind the scenes. Fully sterilized. But this is what I'm clipping with because that's all I've got.
Use what you use.
Richard Champion is in here. He says, good game. I suppose he's referring to my U.S. Civil War or the U.S. Civil War. And then he asks, what are you playing, Jeff?
This is Glory 1, First Bull 1.
You want to run that by me again?
First Manassas. From
Okay, First
Glory.
Bull Run. Okay.
Yeah. Glory box number 1.
Okay, cool. So now what I found interesting about this game, well, first off, when I opened it up, I was surprised. I was surprised because it had a tray in it. And I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if I should have been expecting it. From the sounds of it, from what Jeff made noises about it, it probably is a bit of a surprise. But I did get all 3 frames clipped and all of the all punched and clipped. Now, you know, the corners are not perfect. Some are clipped a little deeper than others and off-centered and whatnot. But hey, they don't have the little poofy bits on the corners.
Right.
That drives Hexy nuts.
Nuts.
As soon as you play a game where you have to stack a bunch, it'll drive you nuts too.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just commenting that it drives him nuts. So, but I'm gonna have to find a place to put it, to play it, because it's not gonna fit over here on my little desk. Because apparently the game board, it's 2 maps and they're mounted maps. But apparently the 2 maps come out to be big. 30 by 44. So 30 by 44 is pretty good sized. Truth be told, let's see, 30 by 44. Oh, how deep is this? Oh, crap. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, my desk is only 23 inches wide by usable 35 inches. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to find a place to put it, and that's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll get it figured out though, because I want to get it out. I want to play it. So, Hissy in the house. How you doing, Hiss? Says, sorry I'm late. I was gluing plastic. That's okay. You're doing something productive in the hobby, and that's okay. And he says, just finished clipping Stonewall's sword.
You're gonna love that game.
So, okay, I'll ask, what is Stonewall's sword?
Blind sword.
I'm
system.
sure it's what's that?
Blind Sword System, Herman Lutman, and a bunch of other people that are all making games for it now.
So I'm going to make the assumption that Stonewall is referring to Stonewall Jackson, which makes it a ACW game.
And it's in the Valley
of Shenandoah.
Mm-hmm. That same one that I'm in.
All right. So literally right up your valley. Ha! Ha! Oh, I kill me. And Hissy says he got it because of you.
Tell you, it's a once you go down that road, and you already play Hex Encounter games, so.
Let's see. It is Stonewall's Sword.
I think it's the Battle of Kernstown, if I remember right.
Stonewall's Sword, the Battle of Cedar Mountain.
Cedar Mountain, okay.
So now, again, knowing little to nothing about the Civil War other than it happened and knowing some of the names of some of the battles, like Pikachu Peak and Gettysburg and First and Second Bull Run / Manassas and Chickamauga. I found it interesting that the U.S. Civil War doesn't have named units. It's got generals.
It does have named units.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. The Civil War? The game, you mean, doesn't have named units.
Yeah, the U.S.
Oh, yeah, the game, no.
The U.S. Civil War does not have named units. It's got generals, but it doesn't have named units. Because, I've off and on for the last year or so, I've been listening to a book about Gettysburg. Oh, sorry, guys. And part of the problem I'm having with listening to it is that apparently the book is like probably 600 pages. And I'm positive that book could be knocked down to about 300 if they didn't name every single major colonel, lieutenant colonel that led a regiment. And didn't name every single regiment that evered. So that's why I find it very interesting that this game just has your generals. And as Richard says, the named armies. There's each side has 4 named armies in the game, but there's no divisions. There's no regiments. You just have strength points, where each strength point is roughly 5,000 men. Now, again, I don't know what a regiment sized force is during the Civil War. I could probably calculate out roughly what it is for World War II on, based off of 144 men in a company, infantry company, and working my way up from there. But how many are how many was average? Because I know it's not an exact science, but on average, how many men were in an infantry regiment during the Civil War?
Well, I mean, it varied throughout, but here's an example of First Bull Run. some of these regiments that hit the battlefield at First Bull Run, oh my God, it could have been anywhere from 100 men to 1,000 men. Just depends on what they were able to recruit.
Right.
I mean, the 20th Maine started, that's an example. So, I mean, if you watch the movie, you can see them talking about the details in the movie where they started with 1,000 men, I think it was. And in less than a year, they had 400 when they showed up at Gettysburg or something like that.
Yeah. Because also, the replenishment wasn't necessarily going to happen.
No.
You might have started off in Massachusetts, the 54th Massachusetts might have started off with, a regiment of 1,000 men. But, through attrition, you're not necessarily going to get reinforcements. You're not going to get, it's not like World War II where before you do a big advance, a big assault, you're going to want to, get all your companies as close to 140 men as possible, and all battalions up to, what is it, about 3 or 450, 500?
Depends on the army.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's the civil. They weren't as pressed to. They didn't seem to be as pressed to bring a unit up to strength as they were in World War II, or or current day. You didn't have that constant reinforcement of troops as you lost troops. What, like you were saying, 20th Maine started with 1,000 and ended up with only 400 by the time of Gettysburg. I just the difference in how not just how the armies fought, but how the armies were handled. The back end side of stuff, the logistics, I find is interesting. The differences. And so that's why it's going to be interesting to see how the strength points works out. So its complexity is medium. We'll see how that goes for me.
For the U.S. Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's not like it's a brain-pounding game. It's just a very, very large.
It's very high level.
Strategic.
Yeah. It's very high level. And it can be played without the naval component.
I can't see you doing that.
Okay, so I'm going to learn it first without the naval component. Then I will.
Maybe you should just learn the naval component first and then play the rest of the game.
So, honestly, I would do that if I could, because I would love to. I would love to find a game that's all about the South doing blockade running.
Right.
I think that'd be cool.
Oh, wait, there is a game for that. Jeff, what the hell is it called? I think
Or-
GMT makes it.
Is it is it part of that naval series that you were on?
Hive Mind, please work. I think GMT makes that game.
Something Raider.
Something Raider. You're killing me.
No, I'm
Cat,
dead
you
serious.
did not
There's
just ask me that question.
what?
Issy Cat, the question he just asked me.
What did he ask you?
That should be a McMurray question or a not Jay question. Probably a McMurray question.
Yeah,
Hang on.
Fire and Fury is a good one. I've played Regimental Fire. I think it's Regimental Fire and Fury once before, and it was a fun game. I liked it.
What was the question?
What is a good miniatures rule set for ACW?
Fire and Fury is a really good rule set. You need a lot of based 18 mil or based 15 mil figures to play, though.
Yeah,
You need a lot of figures to play.
a veritable crap ton.
Well, I mean, so each regiment or brigade, depending on which one you're playing, the rules are really similar. It's just kind of a question of how many figures are you wanting each stand to represent, and then how do you
Right.
work command and control. But each brigade or regiment is anywhere from like 6 to 12 stands, and you need a good number of regiments. Eight almost minimum, anywhere up to dozens.
So
On
so
each side.
the game I played of Regimental Fire and Fury, we played on a 6x10 table, and we had no less than a dozen units per side.
Exactly.
And each unit was 5 or 6 stands at least. And each stand had
3 guys
4
on
to
it.
6 miniatures on it.
So again, very, very good game. Really enjoy it. I own both the books. I think I have the first and second edition of Regimental. Good game. Pretty decent support. There's a lot of scenarios out there. But, yeah, you need a lot of figures to play.
Oak and Iron, McMurray? That's what Airman's
What's
saying.
up?
Oak and Iron? Oak
No.
and Iron?
Oak and Iron?
Is that the game you were talking about? Airman put that in there.
The miniatures game?
No,
No.
Naval Civil War blockade thing.
Oh, I'm not sure. I was about to say that's a miniatures game, but that's not a good miniatures game. Don't buy Oak and Iron. I know Flint or Firelock sent a copy to Kev for free, but yikes. And that's my own bias coming through, but even so.
Rebel Raiders on the High Seas.
There it is.
Naval conflict at sea on the Great Rivers and on the Great Rivers of the American Civil War.
I think that sounds about right.
Designed by Mark McLaughlin.
Oh, the guy that did War and Peace.
And that's got a picture of a brigade runner, a picture of a painting of a blockade runner right on the cover of it.
Yeah, three-masted schooner.
Yes. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. Game designer Mark G. McLaughlin. Game developer Fred Schachter.
Well, we're launching a ton of our Katyusha batteries here, Jeff. Some are doing really well, some are not.
What do they do? They go away for so many turns after you use them?
Yeah, 5 turns. Yep.
Now, Hexy won't like it for 2 reasons. First off, it's ships. Second off, it's not a true hex encounter game.
Huh.
Looks like it's like a point-to-point game.
Why would you say that? So all right. So we did the MMP sale. We lost you there, McMurray. So
No, I'm
go ahead.
I'll be back in a second here.
So I did the MMP sale, and of course, the MMP doesn't have any games that I need, and so I just bought 3 area movement games and 1 point-to-point game.
Wow. Look
Yeah.
at you.
All like $15 and $10, stuff like that.
But what did you get in the P500 sale?
Yeah. So Rich and I were talking about that the other night. I got no, I didn't buy any games because he and I were talking about, I think, Panzer or something like that. Or Todd and I were. But there's no games. I don't want Panzer. I don't even like the maps. And thank God Todd reminded me. So I just bought some trays and some boxes. That's all I bought. No games.
So
Dang, I was
let's,
thinking on jumping in with one of your guys' orders.
What's that?
I said, dang, I was thinking about jumping in on one of your guys' orders.
So Richard asks, not Jay, am I still looking for fleet battle games? If you're talking about like First Fleet, Third Fleet, Fifth Fleet, yeah, I'd love to get a hold of them. Some of them are well beyond my means on pricing. Others are right at the board, right at the edge, as it were. So, but yes, the answer to the question is yes. And then Hissy says he's okay with that. Looks great on the table, referring to the number of miniatures needed. And it does. The table that we played on down in Austin was, like I said, it was a 6 foot by 10 foot table, and it was. I don't remember what battle we were. Oh no, we were playing Wilson's Creek. Battle there in Missouri, and we had trees and hills and rivers, and it looked really good. Reese says Blood and Steel is coming out soon. It's Victorian Skirmish.
Nice.
You'll have
Who's
to
making that, Reese?
Yeah, give us more information on that. Charles says ACW miniatures. Nope. Someday I'll play my 4 GCACW games.
Those are awesome games.
And then said, I think I'll slowly fall back into miniatures with the new channel. So just planning future purchases. Very good. Richard also says the old board game Ironclads is good for Civil War and naval battles.
Yep, Yakinto's Ironclads. That is certainly a popular one.
Hex says, or Hissy says, Hex is too grumpy, lol. Only when it comes to ships and airplanes.
I'm not a grump.
Well, ships, airplanes, and World War II West Front.
No, I'm okay with World War II, but I prefer East Front.
Right.
Why is that, Jeffrey?
I'm just
More Uncle Eric.
more maneuverability, I guess.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Jeff, I got you some simple GBOH.
Oh, Rich, thank you so much. Yeah, Rich said he was gonna grab that on the sale the other night because I think they were Rich $11. So
what's GBOH?
It's the Great Battles of History, like that Julius Caesar deluxe box or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That they have a secondary set of rules called GBOH Simple or Simple GBO to cut the rules down to play it easier.
Oh, that's cool. He says, no good prices. Just ask Jeff.
Yeah.
Reese says, the only experience I have with Hex Encounter is using parts of the maps for skirmish campaigns. Fair enough.
It's not for everybody. Just like you guys know, I'm not, where I am with miniatures.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. I got enough with this to do. So
it's not your bag.
Nope. I don't mind painting every now and then, but Rich, if you ever get to looking for a game that's like really off the wall, Rich is the one to go to because of him, I have Case Blue and I have Dak and Guderian's Blitzkrieg.
There you go.
And just a mass of other ones.
So it looks like this Rebel Raiders on the High Seas can be gotten pretty inexpensively. In the geek market, they've got 2 very good condition ones that are under $30, and then one new for $42. So if I'm looking to get into that, that's gonna be one to grab. So, but I decided to get this one because I want to start learning more about the U.S. Civil War. It intrigues me. Like I told these guys the other day, really anything about before like 1939 history-wise, and I am sketchy at best. You know, I know the high points, I know the highlights. I can have a discussion with people that are less historically inclined than I am and sound smart, but if I got into a discussion with Jeff about the Civil War or McMurray about just about any damn thing, and I get lost real quick. So I was able to pick this up for $56 at Miniature Market.
Yeah, that's
apparently that's a good deal.
And it's the new version. That's even funnier.
Yeah, well, new version with mounted maps and counter tray. I was not expecting counter tray. I was expecting I was going to have to go out and find a way to hold all the counters like I did with Heroes of Normandy and Desert Nations at War, Desert Heat.
Hey, Jeff. Quick question for you. So each the Germans and the Soviets have a normal barrage phase and then an exploit barrage phase. You can only use the exploit barrage phase if you're activating exploit capable units or units under a reserve marker, right? You can't Okay.
Yep.
Just double checking, because that would have been ridiculous, especially for the Germans. They're getting 3 full barrage phases every turn. Okay. All right. Sorry for interrupting, Chris.
No, that's okay.
All right.
Hissy says Hex has DAC too. So do I. Maybe we should play.
I have DAC, but I think I have all the upgrades in that box. I believe, don't I? I can't remember. Rich always sells me when he sends me a big game like that. It's not just that big game in the box. There's all kinds of extra stuff in there.
Right. So
yeah, you need a weird game. He's probably got it.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it looks like, all things being equal, I should be done with Salerno 43 Operation Avalanche scenario by Monday.
Right. And now you're going to save the Salerno campaign for next year.
Yeah. So, and I might pull the game out again between now and then and play the 8 turn scenario to keep myself familiar with the rules, because next September 9th, I'm going to break it out and I'm going to follow each day, play it, because each turn is one day. I'm going to follow each day of the actual landings.
Right.
So between now and next August, I think it is, if I remember correctly. Yeah, next August. We need to start a signature campaign to convince Mr. Simonich to create Dragoon 44. I'm just saying. Somebody needs to be making a. Yes, I've got Montelamar, Anvil of Fate, and yes, I am going to break it out and I am going to play it now that I found all my counters. But it's a big ass game.
Right.
It's each. Let's put it this way. When you lay out all 5 maps, and you don't use all 5 maps in all of the games, but when you lay out all 5 maps, it covers a 5-foot by 6-foot table. It's huge. Yes, I do have a table that's big enough for it. It's downstairs in a unfinished basement that gets very cold in the winter. So it'll definitely be a summer game that I have to play it in. But I would like to see something similar to, in the 40 series, or something like that.
He's got
For
2 or
the
3
game.
more, I think, in the works already.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
That's
And then
too good a series to not continue.
right, and I want to get more of these.
Well, the next one's the desert.
Okay.
As
Oh,
a matter of fact, I think that's P500 right now. Something 41
on GMT.
Yeah.
No, let's take a look. GMT Games P500. See, I start looking at these things, and this is where it gets me in trouble because there's so much I want to do miniatures wise, and then there's so much I want to do. There's so much I want to do with miniatures games also. Richard says a spin-off of GTS series. Okay, what's GTS?
Grand Tactical.
Grand Tactical.
Yeah, that's the MMP big system, one of their big systems.
Okay. Battles of Shenandoah, a Death Valley expansion.
No, that one's been released. Those are shipping P500s.
Okay. Oh, shipping now.
Yeah.
So I need to find the non. Oh, P500 pre-order, right? That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Hissy Cat says if you guys are into ancients, I highly recommend Levy and campaign games from GMT. I own the first 2 and played the third at SD Historicon. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I watched his SD Historicon little spin around he did. I watched it today. Caught Mark Walker or Mark Herman. Yeah, Mark Herman. Empire of the Sun, which I just do not find that game appealing at all. That's me. Just me.
All right.
Is Empire
So-
of the Sun Indigenous American stuff?
War in the
What?
Pacific.
We've got Atlantic Chase second printing. That looks like that would be interesting. Jerry White's new World War II North Atlantic naval game. It's at the printer right now. So nothing there. In art and final development.
I can't remember what it's called. It's something 41.
Yeah, I'm looking for the distinctive, the distinctive look of the 4X series games. Here's one: Seas of Thunder, fast action game of World War II at sea. Made the cut. Here's one for you, Jeffy.
Huh?
Barbarossa Army Group North, 1941.
Yeah, I already have that on pre-order.
Okay. There's France 40.
That's going to be a remake.
Yeah.
That's a great game. I think that was the first one I played, yeah. And then Todd played it right after me.
North Africa 41.
There you go.
It's made the cut. It's got 1,423 orders so far.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Jeffy. Rebel Fury.
That's
5 battles from the campaigns of Chancellorsville and Chickamauga.
That's the game McMurray wants.
Wait, why do I want that?
That's you. That's the light scale brigade level Civil War games.
Oh man,
Mark Herman's new Civil War Heritage series.
I've got a ton of light Civil War games though, Jeff. To be honest with
You were about 4 months ago. You were talking about that because you had seen it.
I thought that was Here Come the Rebels.
Oh, No, Here Come the Rebels is the Great Campaigns of American Civil War.
Or Rebel Yell? Which one is it? I
Rebel
don't
Fury.
know. Rebel Fury? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Again, at this point in time, though, I think that I was excited about that before I got Across 5 Aprils. And then I got some Folio games. And then I got Blue and the Gray, which is sitting right there.
Right.
And then I
These
got...
will be about like Across 5 Aprils, probably.
My point is I've got more than enough light Civil War stuff.
Well,
I know. We'll see. I'll probably wind up with it, I'm sure.
Chuck, I count them as 3. Like Men of Iron or the Revolutionary War Tri-Pack or, well, Death Valley. Shoot, Death Valley you can almost count as like 6 or 7 games.
I'm about to say one game. So I did pick up, Jeff, you'll appreciate this. I grabbed War in the Pacific.
Right.
The Avalon Hill game that is very similar to War at Sea, but a little larger and geared towards the Pacific. I think that might be a happy medium between where that Nine Nations Navy is just huge. There's at a certain point that system kind of bogs down.
You got that one, right? Yeah, you played it.
I do. And I played it. It was good. I enjoyed it. But it drug a whole lot more than War at Sea, which is, that game is phenomenal.
Right.
I think Victory in the Pacific is going to be a good happy medium between those two. There's also a game called Sovereign of the Seas, which is apparently an Age of Sail variant for that, which I want to play that real bad. Not going to lie to you on that one. Like that, that game tempts me. I really want to play that game.
Well,
but
Chuck, in answer to your question, then the only box I have that would qualify would be the Men of Iron box, the Tri-Pack, because it has 3 separate rule books.
He says there's no Zakabans
And just because it's in the desert.
in North Africa. Yeah.
What Compass games, Rich, are you referring or are you recommending? See, Todd and I have this discussion about Compass games all the time. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 Compass games, and there might be 3 or 4 more that I would not mind having, but I'm not going to nosedive to go get them.
I don't remember what they were, but I was on Compass Games site recently and saw some that were certainly, oh, that looks cool.
Right. Well, and the ones that I have are only big ones, you know.
That's true. I don't know what I have from Compass. I know I have 1 or 2, but
I got 1.
And that's, yeah. And well, Nachi, there's like 3 or 4 more to go with that system. That
Yeah,
if they
it's like-
came my way, I would put them on the shelf and not get rid of them. But
Yeah.
when I'll play it, I don't know.
I think one of them was like Tinian.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
Saipan, Tinian. Is there one called Guam or something like that? Or
I think so, yeah. Let's see. Rebel Fury has run into issues. My guess 2023, maybe even 2024.
uh-oh, Jeff. I think somebody figured out they lost the war.
real life.
But
I doubt I'll purchase that. That might be one of those things where I'll let you buy it first and tell me if it's worth me having.
nice.
I mean, like I said, I'm sure I'll wind up with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because you were talking about it when you were looking at it. So
I was.
I'm surprised you don't have any of the C3I Civil War games like the Gettysburg one.
So ever since Little Wars TV did their little episode on that, that game has just skyrocketed in price.
Yeah.
Which I realize it's been a minute. And it's been a minute since I've looked, in all fairness. But that was frustrating to me. Not only that, but I kind of enjoyed sticking to the same system. So the fact that, especially with Blue and the Gray, it's so much like all the other Folio games. Like kind of like how I like playing SCS a whole bunch, and I've played a huge amount of this series just because I enjoy unified rules. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not that great at learning rules, so when I find something that works, I tend to run with it. But yeah, I think there's a another expansion for Flying Colors on there as well for South American stuff, but it's really expensive.
I thought of you all immediately when I saw it, and then the anger set in about another version of it that I paid for.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's my point. Is I think it's like $90, and the only reason I would want to play it is for like some really, really small actions on the south end of like Chile at the end of the Napoleonic era or end of the Napoleonic Wars, and I was like, no, that's not worth it. Also, right. Yeah, anytime I think about that game, I just get pissed off despite the fact that I really enjoy that game.
Oh, Airman just bought Montelamar.
Don't lose your pieces.
Yeah, don't hide your 36th Infantry Division.
Shush.
Yeah, so I watched Nache's video today of Salerno, his third one, and as he was going down the map, starting with the Rangers and then the Brits and bitching about how the dice rolls suck, and then I got down there to where the 36th Infantry Division was, and they pretty much cleaned out every German on the map.
That's how it's supposed to work, right?
Hey, I'm rolling them. I'm rolling legit.
Airman, I am too, buddy, but I'm playing this GBACW Wilderness right now, so it's got me covered.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
You guys know that in Jeff's GBACW Wilderness, they somehow burned the White House? It was wild.
I'm telling you what, when this game hits the market next year, this one will be massive. There just aren't enough out there, and I hope MNP doesn't rush. Okay, so how about this one here? Anybody waiting on Compass Games Bull Run regiment level game?
No.
Dog, my crowd artillery are cleaning up. Jesus. But no, I haven't. You said who was making that one, Jeff?
Well, Compass Games has had it on their list for you can pre-order it right now. It's I don't know what it's called, but it's Manassas. I don't know if it's first and second or just the first, but it's supposed to be Compass stepping into tactical level Civil War. So
okay.
It might, I don't know. I looked at the map. It doesn't look too bad.
So I've got a question for y'all.
I have an answer. It's probably pretty stupid.
Where do y'all go to buy your games? Do you go directly to the manufacturer?
Usually the geek market.
I go to Rich.
Yeah. You're killing me.
I usually get them off Geek Market just because it's other people like me trying to sell stuff. And the prices tend to be a little more fair. People tend to be I've noticed people selling on Geek Market tend to be better at packing games than when you buy them off of like eBay or some shit.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they, not only that, but usually you can get a little better fix on the condition that the game is in. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you could find games that are already punched and clipped.
Right.
Which, if you're like me and all I want to do is play, that's pretty nice, especially when they're bigger games. Like I actually paid $10 more for my copy of It Never Snows over a different copy because the copy that I got was punched and clipped, which I realized is driving.
There's okay, so I guess I'm like on the fence, but sort of falling off on the I want to clip it side because to me, it's something like I need to do. It's how you get that thing in your life where if you're not doing it, you feel like you're missing something.
Yeah, but then my mom told me I was going to go blind, so I had to stop.
Well, yeah, but that's never so I need the clipping games thing for me. And when I don't have one to clip, I feel like I'm lost or left out of something. So
I know.
I should start a business clipping people's games and get paid and send their games back to them.
I mean, no. So it's the same. It's not the same. I shouldn't say it's the same, but it's for me. It's sort of like the painting and building aspect of my board gaming.
Right.
But I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's not that I hate doing it. It's just sometimes if I can, especially if it's a larger game, if I can get over that hump and not worry about it. Because sometimes with larger games, I hate it. Like one sheet games aren't too bad. But some of these bigger games, especially when you get into like naval and Age of Sail stuff, where you might have just a gajillion ships and then you've got a million status things. No.
Chuck, what company? Noble Knight? That's actually a joke, but I'm saying it anyhow.
What?
Chuck said he ordered all the games he ordered today were from the same company. I will say this about Noble Knight. When I bought Black Wednesday, the TCS game, I found the counter sheet that was missing, and I took a picture of the counter sheets and sent it to Noble Knight saying, hey, I'm kind of missing this. It's supposed to be part of the game. Not only did they send me that one, but they identified 2 other counter sheets that I was missing and sent them.
Well, that's nice.
Like right away.
Can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. I haven't bought a whole lot, but I don't know. I bought a few of them. So there you go. Which game, Hiss, did you clip 2000?
Holy crap.
Hell, I got like 40 of those games here that are. Oh, I just did War in Europe. Finished up War in the East. That was over 2,000. Then I did the one McMurray sent me. That guy had them all nice and organized, and I had to clip them. That was like 1,900 and some counters.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you. I was about to say that's that's a lot of counter sheets.
Yep.
I think I was reading it was 7 or 8 originally, something obnoxious.
Right. Oh, Beyond Valor. Yeah, yes, I got that sitting here behind me. And that's probably one I'll never play.
How long did it take for you to clip War in the Pacific, Jeff?
Oh, my God, dude. That thing sat on my coffee table 2.5 weeks because I just hid it in little bits and pieces. And you can't store it all in the box. I mean, if you use baggies, maybe, but a game like that, you don't put in baggies. I'm sorry. I'm still pissed off that Men of Iron, I can't get one more tray in there because I've got half of that, or about a third of that game still in bags. Did you get a diploma from Stigler, Chuck?
No clip ever.
Who said that?
Chuck.
Charles.
What is this warning I have in 3 days on my computer? What is this? Oh yeah, the only soccer that I ever watch.
You know who really likes soccer games?
Nope. And I root for Germany every time it comes around.
Oh no, really?
Yep. Well, I'll root for the Americans, but they won't get very far. They always suck.
I'm just kidding.
Not in women's.
Screw them. Here
That's
comes
how it works.
GD42, and it never snows for sale. Where's Todd when you need him?
Wait,
Right.
It never snows for sale?
Yeah, well, no, somebody's selling it.
I mean, no, that's a good game, folks. Guys, if you don't have It Never Snows,
$60.
I would highly recommend it. That's what I paid for my punched and clipped copy.
Yep, this one's punched as the box has a little wear on it.
Warmut, if you got time to comment, you've got time to get in here.
Correct. Okay, Jeff. So I have a German exploit group here that can get its elements of the 16th Panzer and then an independent assault gun company or battalion. It can hit either a Soviet headquarters or a Nebelwerfer or a Katyusha battery. Which one do you think?
I'm taking the headquarters.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's 5 words, Warmut.
Wait a minute, Shazam, baby. Let's do it.
Okay, now you're throwing gang signs.
Geometry.
D2R1, that is destroyed, homie.
And what happens to headquarters that game when they get knocked off?
I don't know. That's what I got to look up now. I shouldn't have listened to you. I should have just knocked out that Katyusha battery.
Because you got to go read the rules now. So let me tell you something. So this afternoon, I was sitting at work. I said, "Oh shit, I got to do my groceries." So order my groceries for pickup tonight at 7:00. Now this is 5 consecutive orders. They have sent me a text message saying your order's being delayed. Usually it's just a couple minutes or maybe half an hour. 2 hours this time. I said, "Nope, reschedule tomorrow. I'll pick it up between 4 and 5." And if they send me a delay message on that, I'm going to say, "How stupid can you people be?"
Let's be honest. It's not going to be you.
Oh,
picking
man.
it up.
That's not good. I think I have to wait for a reinforcement HQ to come on, or else all these idiots are out of supply now.
Which could be good for the Germans and be a salvation for them. I'll be right back, guys.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good.
Hissy says, Eclipse squad leader, not Beyond Valor. Beyond Valor is next. And then when Hex gets back, we got a question for him. No, actually, that's a question for you. How expensive was Stalingrad Pocket?
Oh, God. Fun fact, this was actually the first Hex Encounter game I got when I got back into it. I don't remember. That's been a couple of years now. I found it on the Geek Market. I'd hop on Geek Market, see what kind of the going price is there.
I'm doing it right now.
If you can find it on eBay or something.
Is that the 1992 version?
It's Stalingrad Pocket 2nd edition.
The Wehrmacht's Greatest Disaster?
Mine is Stalingrad Pocket 2, the 96 version. You might have Stalingrad Pocket 1, which was the first game ever put out in this series.
Actually, this is okay. So the thing in the upper left hand corner there, above that, what do you call that? Yeah, that thing. The logo. God, Chris, you're an idiot. Yeah, that's the same as this one here.
It should say 2nd edition right here. That's the important part. Yep.
It's 2nd edition. Looks like you can get it brand new for $56.
What?
There you go.
Stalingrad Pocket.
I've got the first one. I've got the first one and the second one. I don't play the first one anymore. So,
Jeff, I don't know where there are reinforcing HQs. It says reinforcing HQs don't have bands, but I haven't actually found one of those. Band.
Now, the one for $56 does not have a box. It is the bagged version.
Hey, Aaron, you want a free copy of Stalingrad Pocket 1?
No, let him get 2.
I'll have 2.
What's the difference?
One's older.
It's cleaned up a little bit. There were apparently some actual substantial changes. I don't know what they were, but maybe the 2nd Guards Army HQ is unbanded. Because that looks like that's the only other HQ that's coming on the table. Because, yeah, that could be real bad, Jeff.
So they don't just reappear later?
I don't.
I want to say they do because
I thought they did.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, too. But
you're going to create a headquarters if not.
Walkabout Games is in the house saying hello, gents. Hello, Chris Long, eh? How's the Great White North? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I thought they just reappeared like 6 turns later. Also, Jeff.
Hissy wants to know after Stonewall Sword, what's the next ACW system he should try?
Do you want to go deeper or do you want to go lighter?
What's cold, Walkabout? We are currently 26 Fahrenheit in Central Illinois. I'm sure up in the Great White Coast, you might not be colder than that.
Air, send me your. I know
he says he wants to go deeper.
All right. Well, Airman, send me I know you got my email. Send me send me your mailing address again. I'll send you this. You can have this Stalingrad Pocket 1. You can still use the regular SCS rules for it. So deeper.
It is the very first SCS game, man.
Yeah. So deeper. Multiple. You can either go deeper like this, GBACW, which is tactical level Civil War, which most of the games are. Well, there's a couple that have one map, but you can play one map scenarios, but a lot of these games have 3, 4, and 5 maps for their games, for the campaigns. You can go with Luttman's A Most Fearful Sacrifice, but my prime recommendation is going to be Death Valley Battles for the Shenandoah, which you can still buy for $89 from GMT. It has multiple battles in it. Almost all of them are one map battles, except for I think Winchester and maybe Cedar Creek. I think Cedar Creek. I'm not sure, but it has 6 or 7 battles in it, and then the expansion is I think $22, which adds about another 6 or 7 fights, all in the Shenandoah Valley.
Very cool. Todd says, "Hello, boys. If you're done with your movie, you know what you're supposed to be doing." And Chris says he's working on editing a video for the tube. Very good. Hissy Cat wants to know what it's called again.
Death Valley Battles for the Shenandoah.
Hey, Jeff, are you sitting in front of your computer?
Yeah, and I'm eating a wrap.
No, you're good. I was going to ask, can you hop on the Gamers website and see if you can help me find in this stupid rule set where what I'm missing?
On the headquarters?
Yeah.
I just have to have my SCS rules right here.
No,
Or
I don't know.
battle book.
Yeah.
I don't have those sitting right here.
No, I'm saying that it's online.
But but you're saying it's in the Stalingrad battle book.
It should be.
Right. Yeah, because I think headquarters is not a standard rule in the system.
Yeah, because not all rules have them.
Yeah, good point.
Um,
Yeah, GMT hiss, and you can still buy it. For the matter of fact, if you had any of the P500 stuff, you can get 50% off it right now.
Well, that's cool. Charles says the game is supposed to be here tomorrow. OSG Napoleon's Wheel. And Walkabout says he's doing a lot of ECW. That's English Civil
Dang.
War, right?
That's pretty wild, yeah.
Was that 1500s?
No. Like
16?
16s, I believe. I mean, they've had a gajillion civil wars, but I think if he's
Well,
talking
yeah,
about
but the English Civil War with Cromwell.
yes, with
Okay.
Towton and all that nonsense.
So while y'all have been cussing and discussing different stuff here, I've been looking at North Africa 41. Combat units represent regiments, brigades, and battalions. Each game turn represents a half a month.
In what game?
North Africa 41, Simonich's new
Right.
game. Each turn is half a month, but each turn is divided into 3 impulses representing 4 to 5 days. That's interesting. Complete redo of the old design. The legend begins. New map, new orders of battle research, and improved rules using many of the ideas developed in Stalingrad 43, Holland 44, and Salerno 43. Okay, now there are still limited and active Zocs, but apparently no Zoc bonds.
Right.
There's still tank shifts. That's good. Coastal shipping between ports. Malta convoy rules. Port destruction and repair and resource points. Resource points are used to build or purchase assets that are in limited supply, such as air support, battleship convoy escort, air transport, and temporary full participation of the Italian army. Which, they're really okay guys. Walkabout Game says 1644. See, I told you guys, before 1939, I am crap when it comes to knowing what's happening. 1544 might as well be 1644 might as well be 1066 for all I know. Yes, I know 1066 was the attack of William the Conqueror of the Normans taking over England, blah, blah, whatever.
Battle of Hastings, October 14th, baby.
Yes. Still might as well be fucking, 550 AD in Spain with El Cid or whatever the hell his name was.
You're
I know, about
several
500
hundred
years
centuries
off.
off.
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
know.
several hundred centuries off. Or several centuries
hundred
off.
centuries.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Where is this? I
Yeah,
know
that,
this
that
is
was
in here.
that was about 20 centuries ago.
Jeff,
Playing
I
for King
know
and
this
Parliament
was in
using
here.
card.
I'm
What?
looking for headquarters rules.
No, I'm just making myself angry here.
He said, playing for King and Parliament using card tokens till I get miniatures done, made temporary mat till my mat shows up from Britain, the UK, as it were. Hissy says, you mentioned doing something you're thinking after the new year. If that's to me, Hissy,
Well, we got
Yeah.
2 things here going on, Chris. We want to get him on here with you.
yeah,
And I think Todd and I are going to get him on for maybe some squad leader stuff or something else specific.
Hey, C-Cap, you can hang out with me, too. We just got to figure out how we're going to do that.
yeah. You can
Sorry, I
hang
felt left
you
out.
can hang with McMurray, with me or with Todd or with Hexy.
We're going to hang out on Brian's channel.
Yeah, there we go. I've not made up my mind on Africa 41 yet.
You got time.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good wrap.
It's only got 2 counter sheets.
Yeah, it's not going to be a massive game.
It says it's got 122 by 34 map sheet and 122 by 28 map sheet.
Think of this game as being really the footprint slightly bigger than Salerno, and
Yeah.
possibly even less counters.
It's only 2 counter sheets.
Yeah, and half of that's
So-
going to be informational.
Right. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
It'll probably be a fun game.
Yeah.
Like I say, the only one that I really wasn't fond of, I just asked McMurray to send back to me.
What? Oh, Ardennes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't like Ardennes 44?
It turned out to be just another Battle of Bulge to me.
I mean, I already have one of my favorite games I've ever played, period, is Bastogne.
Right.
And Ardennes is in the same series.
Yep.
Really enjoy it. And they're coming out with a second one, hopefully sometime this year.
Yep.
Which, again, I'm just pulling for exploit units instead of reserve markers. But, yeah. So hopefully they get that figured out, which means I don't want to learn a new system. Especially not one that might be as heavy as 4X when I have games inside of systems that I know already and that I enjoy that I need to play.
Right. Well, of the non-massive Battle of the Bulge games, Ardennes SCS is my favorite.
And that's my point, is that's not a small, let's not get that mixed up as a small game. That is a full 2-map game that has a good number of counters on it.
Yep.
I think there's 3 or 4 sheets in there.
Yeah, there are at least 3.
That's a big game. That box is full. It's beefy. And again, I understand reserve markers. I understand how they work, why they're there. I just vastly prefer to have and use exploit capable units so that we're not adding extra phases and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think I have any additional Soviet unmarked or unbanded HQ units, Jeff, unless there's a guards HQ in here that's unbanded.
Well, I'm not even seeing that kind of rule that you're talking about.
So that's under the Soviet special rules with
Right.
HQ destruction.
Right. Okay, so all right, so when it comes to supply,
Okay.
that sounds to me like that's the killer. So if your headquarters, other than adding a point to an attack or something like that, or a column shift, units, they use the headquarters trace supply, but it says here out of supply Soviet units may trace supply to any headquarters to avoid attritional losses. So that's where your penalty is going to be.
Okay, to avoid attritional losses, but they'll
Yeah.
still be out of supply.
Right.
Okay, unless they can draw supply from an unbanded
Right.
HQ, right?
Right.
Here, I think, is the one unbanded HQ in the entire game. Second Guards Armored, or Second Guards Army, which does not come in until turn 13 or something, I think.
Right.
That comes in turn 13, any area A through D. So that can come in right here, but all of these pink units that used to belong to the 66th Army, so everything on this northeastern edge of Stalingrad, those are all going out of supply now. Damn it. Damn it.
Let's see. What have I been missing here while I was looking? Yeah, so
Sorry.
yes, we want to get you on here with Chris. Maybe talk about your build site a little bit.
Yep.
And some hex encounter stuff. And then I think actually Todd and I were talking about, first thing that came to mind was some squad leader stuff, but I'm thinking you do a little more than that. So maybe we'll dig a little deeper with some hex encounter stuff. Charles, Chuck, I remember you telling me that you like Bitterwoods, and I have that. I have not played it yet. So let me recant my statement. Ardennes is my favorite SCS game, but there are those that I have not played yet.
There's nothing wrong with saying you like Ardennes, dog. That's a great game.
I do. I love it. Of all the ones I've played, that's the one I like the most. Race for Bastogne, I have not bought it. I saw somebody getting rid of one today on Constant Marketplace, but I didn't jump on that. I can't do that stuff right now. I mean, because I got the other ones. I haven't even played any of them yet. King and Parliament. What is the best bulge game medium? Well, I'm going to say, I still say SCS Ardennes. Bitterwoods is like playing Ardennes 44. I mean, just by appearance. Chuck's played it. Chuck's got some video where he played it. Oh, we just lost Andrew.
We lost McMurray.
Day of Days is my favorite SCS game. Ardennes is my favorite bulge.
Recess high.
Hi. Hi.
She brought in. We're fostering a couple of kittens for my boss, and she just brought in this little gray and white one for me to love on.
Cutie. No.
This one's a female. Her name is Leia.
No, really.
And the other one we have, it's
Little boy.
is a little boy. So his name is Han.
Oh my God. Well, why not Luke and Leia?
Oh, Luke and Leia because they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
We'll go Luke and Leia.
There you go.
There you go. Luke and Leia. Hi, Leia. Hissy Cat says he needs more cats on the channel. Hissy, if I got all my cats on this channel, you wouldn't see anything. You
But
wouldn't see
cats.
me because we got so many damn cats in this house. I told him these two are were born to a feral mama, and my boss has over the last couple of months since they were born got them socialized to the point where we can love on them and hold them and them not freak the fuck out. And he was wanting to find homes for them because they're good cats, and
they will be have
Yeah.
shots and be
in this way
fixed.
we told them that we will. There is Mr. McMurray. I told him we would foster them until we find home indefinitely until we find good homes for them, and they have to go together because they're
litter mates.
litter mates in a pair. So
Hey, Charles, if you
We
can
have
get
not
your
done
hands
Split apart,
on
so
the
just sweet
U.S.
baby.
Army's Green Book, their World War II series, get the book on the Battle of the Bulge. That is the most detailed
You know
book I've ever
anybody
read.
for 2 kitties.
I got to sit. That's a book that I just won't part with. It's sitting up there on my shelf. Andrew,
Yeah.
did
Welcome
lose
back.
you?
What?
He's back.
We lost you
back.
for a moment.
Yeah, my phone died.
No.
Did you plug it in?
I did.
Oh, outstanding.
The US Army's Green Book, Rich, it's part of that big series they got. Wait a minute, hold on, I got it right here. Let me change my camera.
You can actually download them from the Army website, if I remember.
I know you can get them there, but I always see them being sold, and they're not cheap.
No, but yeah, but I think you can download the text.
Right? Maybe you can. That'd be cool because then there's
From
a
the
lot more
website.
stuff I'd want to get.
Yeah, so you can. They're all free to view online. Also, like the text is all switched over,
Right.
which is really handy. So Todd said he found it. Jeff, I think we're both real dumb.
Todd found what?
Our answer, I would assume.
Oh, on SCS for the headquarters.
Yeah,
What was it?
I don't know. He just referred to a spot in it, and now I'm having to open this stupid thing using WinZip, which is a pain, and I think it's still Todd's fault.
It's always Todd's fault.
It is.
There's a couple that of green books that I'd like to have.
I've got one around here somewhere. Maybe it's downstairs, but it's funny enough. It's about Operation Dragoon.
No way.
It's either Dragoon or Salerno, one of the two.
Yeah, Donald was pissed when he blew a month's mortgage on it.
No, I picked it up at the Texas Military Museum down at Camp Mabry in Austin was selling off some of their older books. And I picked it up for like $5.
There you go. I was about to say I have one over on the shelf as well. I mean, I've accumulated a couple of them. I don't remember what the last one was, but the last one I found was real cheap.
I'd knife a guy to get the whole set.
Yeah, well, that's understandable, but
Both, but BW seemed to play cleaner. Yeah, see, I won't know that, Chuck, until I eventually,
Todd,
maybe in December. I don't know.
that doesn't. Todd referred us to this section. HQ units serve two functions. They supply friendly units and can shift combat odds of attacks or defenses they participate in. Only one HQ can participate in a combat. This HQ must be in the defensive section of the defender or stacked with one attack unit for the attacker. Shift the odds one column in favor of a side having participating HQ. I got that. If both players use HQs, they cancel each other out. Only HQs participating in combat in this manner can advance after combat. Like, we found that, Todd. The question is, what happens if an HQ dies?
Well, I think we
Wardrobe
answered that with
being
the
all
second.
snooty and snobbish and didn't actually direct us to what we needed.
I opened the box that Todd sent me today,
Yeah.
and on top of the game he sent me another game. And the first thing I saw was I don't know if it's a destroyer or a battleship off an island. And I'm like, I typed to Todd, I said, a naval game? Really? But apparently it's not. It's about some landings, I guess.
Good grief.
I thought he was just playing a bad joke on me, his wife.
That's fair. He should have. I would have done that.
Nice.
Mutt, if you're still on here, tell Greg. Well, I already told him. Never mind. His game's in a box. It's going.
Uh-huh.
Andrew, did you say you had both Heights of Courage and the Yom Kippur?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you had both of them or not.
I've played Heights of Courage a couple times. I have not played Yom Kippur yet. I got Yom Kippur last year in their sale. It was like $12.
The magazine. Yeah. I wonder if any of the game companies have a Black Friday sale.
I do not know.
We're not having a Black Friday sale at the mill. In fact, I want to charge everybody double on that day just so they'll leave me the hell alone. Your bag of horse feed is now $47.50.
Oh, you want a scooper with it? That's another $15.
Right?
Yeah, so I set up this Bull Run game over here from the Glory series because it's sort of just above light play. But because one of the other people that I shouted out when I did yours, they're playing the Antietam one. I'm like, damn, that was a fun game. So I said, well, let me set that up. I can go through that pretty quick.
Nice. Richard says C3I.
Yeah, C3I magazines, they put a game in those. That's the one, the Gettysburg game I was talking about. I'm surprised McMurray doesn't have it.
Yep.
Where does one find C3I magazines?
GMT.
Okay.
Pretty
So
good.
they're not like they're not out in the wild, so to speak.
Oh, you probably could, but I mean, I don't know how long they've been printing C3I, to be honest with you.
I wonder if they got them at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, C3I's having the Black Friday sale. Okay. Just C3I, Rich? He's like the McMurray of war game sales and magazines and stuff like that, Rich is. Always has an answer for me when I can't figure it. He'll call me and we'll talk about something and hang up. And I'll have had a question there somewhere, and then 10 minutes later he calls back, hey, here's the answer to your question.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
What
there's
did you buy, Hissy Cat, at the convention? And was the convention held in the San Diego Convention Center, that one that covers like 47 blocks of the city? Because I went to a conference there once.
Let me guess, ESRI.
Uh-huh.
Jerk.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, it was a good thing, but it wasn't nothing for me. Stayed in the Hard Rock Hotel because all the government ones were, my boss waited till like freaking a week before. What's in number 30?
30 years, it's the website says.
Wow. $60 years. My God, Rich. You, probably Chuck. That makes you what, Rich? 105? 106? South Pacific. There you go. Chuck answered your rules question for you, Murray.
What do you say?
House rule it. No HQ, troops out of supply. Simple.
Hey, trust the man. That's fair.
Rich says he's
Chuck, I was gonna say the same
74.
thing. South Pacific's a good musical.
Let's see. Yeah, number 30 is South Pacific.
Mm.
Number 29 is apparently got Plan Orange.
Huh?
Did you say playing Orange? What are you playing? War at Sino?
Pacific War, 1930 1935.
Yeah. What is that?
Number-
Like, is that what you're actually?
C3I magazine, number 29, has Plan Orange complete game in it.
Well, hang on. Now
C3I is.
See which magazine? C3I what?
C3I magazine.
Number 29.
Number 29. Okay.
Yeah. Bring your own dice.
I don't care.
Yeah, they don't
Each
have
article has
right.
Waterloo Bicentennial, Coin Series Complexity, Empire of the Sun. The reason I game is because C3I Interview, Travelers of Catalan, C3I Player, Gamer Profile, Cleo's Corner, multiplayer design in Churchill, Triumph and Tragedy, 2 Decades of Evolution, blah, etc., so forth. Inserts, you get the counter sheet, C3I magazine, number 29 index, blah, blah, blah. Plan Orange, complete RBM studio game by Mark Herman, rulebook game, map sheet, strategy cards, and die cut counters.
strategy cards. Andrew.
I heard it all of a sudden. We're rapidly going. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
So how does one come about getting a hold of these older magazines?
You have to hunt for them on eBay and shit.
Yep. Well, constant marketplace. Oh wait.
Shut up. They're being dicks.
Jeffy's locked into his Civil War mode for some reason here. I finished up, of course, Falkirk tonight and posted that wonderfully.
Buy
cute
a
video.
copy. $50. I have no idea what it goes for.
Well, you get a magazine and a game in the magazine. So
Well, yeah.
that's a
so-
difference. See, then like you have, Lock and Load has that magazine that they don't put a game in, which a lot of people like it because it's good reading. They put some good articles in there. SPI, I don't know if SPI's magazine, I don't know if S&T was their original thing, but you go, McMurray has a bunch of the games that go in S&T magazines from Decision.
Accurate.
Rich, you got all the C3Is?
He says yes.
Oh. Y'all didn't know that I'm his war game heir.
There you go.
You better start eating better and exercising.
Right.
I know he's probably going to outlive me. And see, I keep wanting to pull Third Winter off the shelf and play a scenario in that, but because Todd just got it. Todd wants to get it. He wants to get so detailed with BCS, and I don't blame him. It's a great system.
Okay, I already have a problem with the game.
Which game?
This
We're playing orange.
Plan Orange. So it looks like it's got the battleship, U.S. battleships, kind of grouped together.
Don't say it.
For-
Don't you dare say it.
What?
Because you don't have no individual counter for a particular ship.
No. The problem is, I don't have a problem that Texas and Arkansas are combined, even though
Oh, Texas.
Texas and Arkansas are two different classes, with Arkansas having 12-inch guns and Texas have 14-inch guns. The problem is they've got Arkansas, instead of AR, AK, which is Alaska.
That'd be awesome. The Texas and the Alaska. Granted, the Alaska would quite literally just be running circles around the Texas as they went places, but whatever.
Yeah, especially since this is like 1935 to 1939.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely 5 or 10 years before
Alaska
was fitted
came
out.
to be.
actually working. Yeah,
Sure, Todd. Sure, you like the magazines for the articles.
I read a lot of magazines for the articles. Well, like 2 or 3.
So the ships that they've got are the counters are Texas and Arkansas, Nevada and Oklahoma, New York, Pennsylvania and Arizona, Mississippi and New Mexico, Tennessee and Idaho, California, Colorado, Maryland, Washington, and West Virginia.
We have a naval ship in West Virginia?
Did you say South Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not South Dakota. Did I say no? Not South Dakota.
Are they just figuring that South Dakota is somewhere on the East Coast at that point in time, or what?
No, Texas, Arkansas, Nevada, Oklahoma, New York, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Mississippi, New Mexico, Tennessee, Idaho, California, Colorado, Maryland, Washington, and West Virginia. No South Dakota.
Yeah.
Your carriers are Langley, Lexington, Saratoga, and Ranger. Your cruisers are Pensacola, Chicago, Portland, Omaha, Marblehead, and then your destroyers are Farragut.
Wasn't Marblehead a character in the Flintstones?
Probably.
Nice. So, yeah, that's an issue I have with. It should be Arkansas, if I'm remembering correctly, Arkansas and Utah, Texas and New York.
Except for that the U.S. wasn't quite as dedicated as the British to keeping classes together. Like,
No, I'm not talking about, and I don't know how it's played, and I don't know if you're representing both of those ships together, but maybe you are, because the numbers on the Texas and Arkansas are 810, whereas the singular New York and the singular West Virginia are 412, or 410 and 412.
Excuse me.
oh wow. So
Oh
apparently,
wow, what?
Empire of the Sun is like an intro to, or I'm sorry, Plain Orange is like an intro to Empire of the Sun, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. I can't get into Empire. Well, okay, so all right, I won't buy that game, but I want to play this one awful bad. Every time I change games on the table, this game has like no good ratings that I've ever seen. But there was a phase where I was so enamored with the Japanese-Chinese part of World War II. And that's really the only one. I think Rich labeled a couple off to me that were covered that, but I really want to play that game so bad. But I know it's going to take a while to play it.
What game is it? Sorry.
A War of the Suns,
Oh, okay.
MMP.
I'm still just waiting for Storm over Jerusalem. I have Storm over Stalingrad right here. I should play that. I should give that a shot.
You know what? That's an area movement, right? I'd like to see you play an area movement game. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Todd said he really liked it.
Well, all these people are on here since I never did an unboxing. I can at least show what I did. They can see what I picked up. Because I wanted to do it for a long time. But these games came from Poland, S&T. And let me tell you something. These games are $24 a piece. $24 a piece. And the shipping on all 4 games is like $33. And I got them in under 3 weeks. Korsun, Kursk, Ardennes 40, and Market Garden. So
now tell them the bad part.
Oh no! Well, wait. Okay, so I couldn't figure out why they sent me this. This is the English version of the rules for that series of games. Don't get me wrong. There's about 10 more games in that series, 10 or 15 more games. So the rules are in Polish, and what I got to get is because the scenario deployment rules are also in their main rule books. I got to get I need to get an English copy, which I got a feeling you might be able to get those online. I haven't looked yet, but they're not. They've got some really good looking maps on some of these games. These 4 here, I think one of the 3 is a little more normal, but they do some interesting stuff with their maps that look kind of giddy to me for some reason, like too cartoonish, or like they actually drew trees and stuff, and kind of throws me off a little bit. Chuck doesn't sell his games.
If I ever start TME, the follow-up game will be Andean Abyss.
The hell is TME?
If I'm not mistaken, Andean Abyss is what's that?
Coin.
There's a coin game in Colombia.
Yeah, Coin.
My brother picked that up, and we played it. Played a couple of turns in it. It's an interesting game. Interesting to note that he was playing it when he was supposed to be not doing anything referring to Colombia, since that's where he was going.
Yeah.
By the way,
they go from company to division. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna send. I've already played. You can unbiggen me. I've already played Crossing the Line, so I'm gonna send that game to Todd so that he can play it. And I need to play Operation Theseus, but I'll tell you what, I don't have it. I wish Vuka would have sent me Across the Bug to play it instead of the Theseus one. So I would love to get Across the Bug just so I could test play that game. So I'm going to send Todd the Crossing the Line. And the other one they sent me was that Donnerschlag one that everybody's been playing, Gimpy and Rough Swordsman and Blue Tweezers and a bunch of other people. So I kind of left that one alone. I do.
I think VUCA is onto something. Nobody's complaining about their rules. Apparently their intro scenarios in these games are wonderful, which I played. The one was great, easy learning. Their maps are gorgeous. The system is awesome. I don't know if you would do, like, if you would take it down to a deeper scale, because it would take freaking forever, probably because of that, the way they do it. But if these guys had the skill to develop those two types of games that they've already done, I can't imagine what they could do in a deeper tactical level or operational level game. Greg, have a box game in it, already boxed up, going out here in the next day or two. Not going to tell you what it is, but you're going to get one. Yes, VUCA games are gorgeous. They sent me 3 of them. I need to play Theseus. Would be, well, what is Operation Theseus, McMurray? That's Theseus. That's heavy. These boxes are heavy because the boards are mounted and the counters are nice. Theseus is Gazala 42. Oh, I also got they sent me a key for the War in the East 2 expansion. What's it called? Steel Inferno or something like that. But I haven't put it on my computer yet. Yeah, that's right. Rich was telling me those were remakes from previous older games.
Charles says VUCA games, one and done for me. Excuse me. Well, damn. Now I'm wanting to see if I can't find C3I Magazine number 29.
Why don't
It
you
looks
just
like-
go to Decision Games, not Jay, and look through all of their folio games. McMurray's got a handful of them. They've got a butt ton of folio and miniseries games.
Oh, gee.
Hey, and Greg, I'll give you a little hint. It does involve tanks.
You're welcome. Decision Games, you say?
Yeah. The company that Stigler can't stand. Heck, now, Chuck, now that's not fair. You wanted to put me on as content creator of the year for the Charles S. Roberts, and now you're calling me the grumpy. Oh, I love Chuck to death.
I'll send you that. I'll put you up for that, Jeff.
Yeah, it's too late now. That darn. What's his
There's
name?
another year coming around.
One always does.
As far as I know, well, I hope so. Oh man, Jeff, how pissed would you be if I got Little Round Top and just? I guess you don't care. Nobody can really win in that thing because you hate James Longstreet.
Well, yeah, but I think doesn't that focus? I know you probably haven't looked at it deep yet, but doesn't that just focus on Warren Oates's units in the 20th Maine and stuff? I mean, those regiments or those small brigades and that, just a couple brigades, I think.
Oh, Little Round Top?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think that's what that focuses on.
Probably so.
I played it once a long, long time ago, but I cannot remember.
I'm just looking at it on Decision Games website right now. That's a pretty small board. That makes sense. It's a folio game. I don't think it's a mini folio game, though, is it?
What?
No, it's a full-size folio game.
Which one?
Little Round Top.
Uh,
It just looks like it's still pretty small.
Little Round Top Flank Attack at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Avalon Hill.
That's a mini series.
No, that is a mini game. You're right.
Well, no, wait.
Yeah,
I'm
right, yeah.
confused from Avalon Hill.
What Avalon Hill game?
Little Round Top.
That's a significantly more involved game, isn't it?
Well, no, it's in a real tiny box when I got it. Sorry, the box got destroyed.
Yeah, the map is like the size of a postcard.
No, they're like legal.
Yeah, we're talking Avalon Hill now, Chris. The game I
Even
sent
for the
you.
mini series games, they're like legal paper sized. They're not that small.
Wardrobe 120, 1234 Easy Street.
Nice.
I am going to send him the Crossing the Line one. There you go, $36 for playing Orange at the website. But
Which website?
You look through that Decision Games list. They got a butt ton of games in there. They're not hard. People bitch about Decision Games. Well, I got news for you. I don't see the problem. I really don't.
Well, what do they bitch about?
Okay, so Decision Game took over pretty much all the SPI rights.
Okay.
Not most of them. And they reproduced a lot of them. Some they modified rules. A lot of people think they may have ruined some. Maybe they have. It's not any that I played, though. Like Napoleon's Last Battle Squad. SPI made it, then TSR, which originally took up SPI, and then eventually it went to Decision Games. A lot of people say they ruined it with their modification of the rules.
MiG Alley, Air War over Korea. 1495. An 11 by 17 map. 40 counters, 18 mini cards, scenario instructions, 4-page rules.
How many of those have you played, McMurray? You played probably, 4 or 5 of those?
Of the folio games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like them. The units don't quite evaporate as quickly as there seems to be a lot of like pushing back and forth, which isn't a bad thing. I just like killing stuff. That being said, they're quite fun. I do enjoy them.
And the rules aren't dramatic. I mean,
No, they're not.
Cactus Air Force, Air War over the Solomons. There you go.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of games in there. And then, of course, now Decision Games is the ones that make GOS. So, to me, their flexibility for Decision Games, I think, is very nice.
That's why I'll never play another Decision Games game.
No, Greg, I'll put it to you this way. You might have to read 8 pages of core rules and maybe a page or 2 of scenario rules, special rules. That's it. But if you read the 8 pages of core rules, you'll be able to play any game in the system. There, I just gave it away. Look at all these mini people saying, boy, that's a game I might like to play.
Hey.
I love it.
Hey, I'm all for it, man. Gaming is gaming to me.
I love it. Reese, you play a Hex Encounter game, and somehow we'll figure out how to me to play your Special Forces team in a Vietnam game, a MACV team.
That Reese, if you play a Hex Encounter game, you can put on a game for Jeff. Don't you feel honored? Jeez, Lou. Talk about getting screwed over.
Murray, I'll always play with you. Oh, wait. That was a Todd joke. Sorry.
No, we'll just play games. You and Todd can do whatever you guys play. You guys do you. That's fine. I don't want to ask about that. You guys, I respect consenting adults doing whatever they want to.
Oh, my bad, Chuck. You're right. But the question is, was he right?
Never.
I tell you what, though, I will say this: that this, granted, it's still a test play, but I'm digging the hell out of this Wilderness game. I'm really liking some of the rules they're putting in there. Ow. And I've got all 4 men to play the campaign. Not that I will do that.
Jeff, somehow the Wilson's Creek mini folio game has a weight rating of 3 on Board Game Geek. That's legitimately mind-boggling.
Well, do you think it's more detailed than that?
No.
You think it's less than that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Than a 3?
well, okay. No, let's take that back. Let's rethink that.
Okay.
For a new gamer or just an average gamer that with not necessarily the McMurray intelligence level, does that weight rating work?
So here's my point. Relative to other games that I've seen and played,
Right.
no, right? Because most of the SCS games are in the mid to high tier, right?
Right.
And that's just drastically different. Like that's a whole different world of a little more challenging, a little more everything.
You telling me, Airman, that Kev did not like Lock and Load's new? Is that the game you're talking about? Because I'm about pissed off if they haven't sent me one to test play.
Oh, shut up! Nobody owes
They
you
know.
anything. Jeff.
Devin knows I want that thing badly.
Here comes Jeff riding in on his high horse.
Damn right.
Clunk, clunk, clunk,
If it's
clunk,
ACW
clunk.
or even Napoleon, you should send it my way. Let me test play it.
I'm fairly certain that high horse is a giraffe.
A full-grown one. A fully grown one.
Okay, so Ziploc games look like to be like full-sized books, but in baggies.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I got a bunch of good games there, Chris. A bunch of them.
Like, Chris, get on MMP's website and buy Bastogne Ziplocked. It's like $30. It is an incredible game.
Damn you, Hissy.
Reese said that giraffe used to work at Toys R Us.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, let's not go down that road. I used to trap my mom into dragging me in there every weekend almost. See, there
Holy
you go. Chuck,
shit.
Decision. Naval little games are fairly good. River Plate in Denmark Strait.
Yeah.
Whoa, where
saw
are those?
those.
Decision makes River Plate and Denmark Straight.
Yeah. Folio series. $24.95.
They've got Western stuff and Indian stuff. They got World War II stuff, World War I stuff.
Wow, look at that.
Game?
Battle River Plate simulates the naval encounter between the German Panzer ship Admiral Graf Spee and the British Royal Navy cruisers HMS Exeter, Ajax, and Achilles on 13 December 39.
Yeah, I gotcha. I never realized this was even a thing. And
There you go. Todd has a question for me to answer.
is that still for sale on their website?
They never run out. Decision Games almost never runs out because they've been around so damn long. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's add to cart right now.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting is you can look at the color of the rules to determine what period it is.
right.
So like olive green is World War II. Kind of a tan orange is Ancients. World War One is gray.
Oh yeah, that's right. They color the cover pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue is Civil War, I think.
Or like Black Powder era? I think more than that. Oh no.
So, yeah, Todd's got a point there, and it works in both minis, I would say. I'm going to assume, and it does work in war games. When you play a series of games, like I know for me, it probably took. Okay, so if it's an easy play system, you play a couple of games, 2 or 3 games, and you start to develop that. It's like these guys that are lifelong squad leader players, and that's all they play. There's a few of them out there that they know all these damn rules by heart, and they don't even have to look at the book. Whereas you'll notice if you start to play, the first 3 or 4 times you play, you're always in the rule book. Well, I've been playing GBACW since the 70s. Now, granted, it's changed a lot, but I still have to flip in for that odd rule, like if a unit disorders and he moves through another unit, what is going to be the effect on that other unit, and what will be the effect on the unit that moved through there? And trying to remember those little oddballs. I can't imagine me ever memorizing squad leader to the hilt. I don't, but there's some out there that do. I can't see. So the more you play a series, I mean, and I'm bad at it. There's a lot of people that are good at, like, they'll start with a game in the series and then they'll play 3 or 4 or 5 of them in a row to grab it. And I find, and from what I see, the ones that are doing it are the ones that are playing the tacticals, like Squad Leader, Lock and Load Tactical, Old School Tactical, those kind of games, maybe Combat Commander, or people that play Command and Colors. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Hey, Dev, I'm going to ask you a nice question here. What do I got to do to get my hands on that Napoleon game?
Pre-order.
Damn. Because that one would go right on the table and be reviewed immediately.
Yeah, they've got a lot of Decision Games has got a lot of Civil War.
Yeah.
Shiloh, Fraser's Farm, Stones River, Chickamauga.
Oh, Dev, you rock that game. I want to play, and this is coming. This is a big step for Hexy. I want to play the Point Blank game. I got it. Took it off the shelf. I've set it out there on my counter. I'll probably play it out there right on my kitchen counter because I want to experience it because I've never done one. But that Napoleon one would just immediately to the table. There would be no hesitation.
I'm gonna have to do some more research on these miniseries and folio series games, and
And those games
Put
have
a
been
list
around
together.
for years.
yeah,
And like I say, McMurray's played a handful of them at least, and I haven't heard him not enjoy any of them yet. And
Yeah,
he
they've
blows
been
right
delightful.
through them. So
I'm just pissed off. I didn't know that the Dreadnoughts and Battle Legends series was a thing until just now.
that's good. Hiss, I'll have to check that out.
It looks like there's only 2 of them, but it looks like right now there's only the River Plate and Denmark Straight Pack, and then one for Cornell and the Falklands.
yeah.
That being said, those are awesome, so I'm a fan.
I dig it. They got a lot of quote modern games.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well,
modern is 1951 forward.
once a month I get on there and I look. They don't necessarily produce a lot of new stuff. A lot of their stuff is rebuilds.
Yeah,
But Goss was so the Vocht am Rhein game in Goss came from SPI's Vocht am Rhein. Atlantic Wall came from SPI's Atlantic Wall, and the rules are drastically more depth with Doug Johnson taking over that stuff. And then Herkins, Hell's Forest, and Lucky Fort, I believe, were new creations. And I think they have. Well, isn't Joe Yost is working on Market Garden?
A Goss Market Garden game?
Yeah, that's because he's already got the maps done. He's got a page. Is it on Consim or Facebook dedicated to that? Where I haven't checked to see if he's updated anything. Again, hey, there you go. There's another one. Another website, Against the Odds, ATO. I have a few games by them. They make magazine games and they make small print games, and they've got quite a few that are pretty tight. I've got my Look Away game is from them. I got 2 or 3 from there. Rich sent me one, a World War II game that was really nice that I haven't played.
Against the Odds magazine, you said?
ATO, yeah, Against the Odds. Well, no, they're a game company called Against the Odds.
Yeah. ATOmagazine.com.
So I told Warmutt, and Andrew got pissed off at me.
What?
I want to play, if he gets the minis done, we're going to play the Battle of Pikachu Pass in Arizona.
Yep.
The part that you missed is that we're both going to do the miniatures for it. Him
And
in
not let me
28
play.
and me in 15 or 10. And then we're just going to play and not let you play.
I know. That's when I fell asleep on my stool and went to bed.
Uh-huh. That was perfect timing.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Nice.
He didn't kill his browser quick enough. Drew Henry was like, fine, I'll play myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized there's not one person here or in the chat that I can see, maybe Air, that'll plays these big crunchies like I do. I want to say Dev used to.
What do you mean big crunchies?
Big crunchy
like-
deep games like this GBA CW stuff.
DOS and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
think
take that back.
Air's
You don't play
used
DOS.
to. Chuck, I don't know if Chuck's ever done any or not. That's what I should have done. I should have sent freaking Greg with Gamers with Coffee. I should have sent him Atlantic Wall.
Hurtgen?
Yeah. And then Brian will never have to worry him playing a Hex Encounter game ever again.
Accurate.
That's why I don't want Nache to start with Montelamar. Because
Yeah. It's completely reasonable.
Artie! There's Ardwolf. Gary's in
Hello,
the house.
Mr. Ardwolf. Thank you for joining us. We're
just-
actually making this a longer one than normal.
Speaking of the gentleman who can put Jeffy's name in the papers,
There you go.
we want to nominate Jeff for Content Creator of the Year in the Chuckies. Although, if you wanted to change it to like the Cluckies or something and send him one of those, that'd be fine too.
The Cluckies would be something with from Chris Clucky and his 54mm French and Indian War.
Hey, Gary, did you stream something special tonight that I missed? Oh, Warmutt, don't throw the love out the door on Greg. That game might come back to me faster than it gets to him. All right, oh good. Tomorrow, okay, cool.
Oh man,
Too funny.
yeah. Hissy says at this point, "You're the Grinch of the year."
This is just slamming me left and right. Well, I guess I'll delete that shout out video, right? No. Oh no, wait, I already did one for Hiss. My bad.
Yeah,
I got to do one for the Mutt.
yeah, you do.
Don't forget to do a "This is Jeffy" game or video. Like
Yeah.
I am Jeffy.
You need to
We
do
were
that.
discussing that.
What?
You need to.
We
You
were
need to do it. This is
discussing
Jeffy.
John.
John,
I knew
take
you-
care, buddy.
Wait, is that John? John?
Longshore.
Oh,
John
hey, what's
Longshore.
going on? Long time no see, John.
Yeah, Ard, you shaking off that? You shaking that? I saw your COVID thing. You just you brought that home from Connecticut, didn't you? Yeah. Hey, Hiss. And what's funny is I ran my update on Watt the other night. I can make sure it stays updated. I just haven't played it in about 2 months now. Oh shit! I'm out here in the Mid East too, on the East Coast. I don't want none of that crap anymore. I had it once; that was enough. I guess you can only get it once. No, because there's people's got it multiple times, right? Donna, you twice?
Yeah,
How many times has Donna had it?
Like 8.
she's been exposed like 1,000 times, but it's only got it
Well,
twice.
You all probably wouldn't have that out that way if McMurray would leave them monkeys alone.
Well, you know,
Don't tell me how to live my life, devil
Yes,
woman.
we need to do that. We seriously do. I agree because I want to play it. I got a buddy up in Pennsylvania that's pestering me to play it again, and I love the game. So
World of Tanks.
yeah,
Yeah, can't play it.
system. Oh yeah. Well, okay.
Jeff's just afraid of World of Tanks because they won't let the Tiger kill everything on the first shot.
That's it. Well, I got news for you. The Mach 6 in World of Tanks, unless you're playing against tier 5s, it ain't worth much.
Good.
We're gonna get Hiss on 2 shows. Get him some boostage.
Yeah, we are.
Get him some boostage.
We need to get Warmutt to 1,000. That's what we need to do. We need to get me to a 3.
Reese, I'm not going to say I'm not coming out there. Can I do it? Yes, I can, but the conditions really need to be good. My biggest thing is come April or May, I've got to buy a home because I can't afford what the Uncle Sam has done to us, or what the freaking economy has done to us with raising rent 58%. Can I afford to live here where I'm at? Yeah, I can. But do I want to for that price? No, I don't. Why
For
not
that
just buy a
money-
home?
For that money,
So-
have a house.
We'll see. I want a townhome. I'll even take a mobile home, but and like I said, I've got a VA loan that's already approved, good through July of next year. So I'll do something. And maybe I'll even get me. I love my apartment. This was my retirement home when I moved in, and I got a nice game room here. I could use a little bit more room, but who knows? Maybe I'll get something else with more space in it. Many of those games, many of those games. No,
I do
sir.
not want
Been
to
there
move to
once,
California.
twice. Been to Fort Irwin, and I went to the Esri conference in San Diego. I have no desire to go back to California. Sorry. The mugginess just kills me out there constantly.
Mugginess.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and that story about it never rains
you're-
in Southern California, that's a freaking lie.
I'm telling you right now, you're complaining about mugginess. You live an hour away from Swampville, Washington
mountains.
D.C.
I'm near the
Yeah,
mountains.
I mean the mountains.
No, the worst swampiness I ever had was up at Fort Drum, New York. Mosquitoes that sounded like
yeah.
B-17 coming in.
Yep. Yeah, it's like that at my family's lake cabin up in Minnesota. The squirrels pull out the ack-ack.
That's terrible, man. All right, so
I
don't know. McMurray can't put it on camera, but he is grinding the Stalingrad Pocket 2 campaign. I am test playing GBACW The Wilderness. I'm playing the full first day scenario on the Orange Turnpike. I'm getting ready to start Glory 1, Manassas, the first battle. And Not Jay's got Salerno 43 on the table, and he's already 4 turns into that. And he's doing, I'm telling you, watched, and I told him before we started the show, you watched the progression of his videos. And, Not Jay's not your avid Hex Encounter player. And he's taking his crack at this thing because he wants to. And each of his 4 videos, he's progressively gotten more comfortable with that environment of being that battlefield reporter. That's what he's doing. It's like Hissy's phrase he likes to use. So, and of course we got Wardrobe over there. We wish we could get him on here tonight, but he's been playing fighting formations, and I think he's in his second scenario of that. And it's funny because he's having a blast with that game. McMurray is pumped up about Stalingrad Pocket 2. He just finished It Never Snows. Just recently, him and Todd played, and they played the campaign of that game, all the maps laid out in his garage. And Not Jay he's okay. I can tell you're not enjoying a game if you're only playing one game and it takes you 3 weeks to shoot a video. All right. But Not Jay's doing it every couple of days. He's got a video almost every day. So, and then Mini Warmut is producing miniatures so that I can play a fantastic Civil War game with him on the tabletop. So check all these guys out, man. Every one of them's got something going on. That's of course, McMurray. You got to catch him on for playthroughs on mine or Wardrobe's channel, and the one he's playing now will be on Wardrobe's channel. So,
Yep. So I'll play turn 4 tomorrow with a video uploaded for that. The 4 I've got for Salerno 43 is the unboxing, setup in turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 4 will be tomorrow with the video uploading overnight. And then I'm only doing the first 8 turns of the Avalanche. So I should be done by Monday.
And when you go look at his videos, please ignore the alternate rule set for the 36th Infantry Division that he's applied to the game where they roll 10s every dice roll on everything they do.
Not true. Not true.
They're organic.
true.
Actually, M1 Abrams rolling around.
Oh, they are.
But no, I've been rolling through Hex Encounter games like fucking crazy, Jeff. Because we finished up It Never Snows. I played that. Great, it was small, but I played through that Battle for St. Louis game. I just tore through Medwar Sicily.
Did we
And you
we did
have a heart
post the St.
attack?
Louis, right? I know I've asked you that.
What'd you say?
We did post the St. Louis. Is Todd going to post the Sicily game, or has he already done it?
Medwar Sicily?
Yeah.
I didn't record anything from Medwar Sicily.
Really? You did? Oh, I know why. That you were being kind-hearted. That's right.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He didn't want to spread heart attack.
Yeah. But it wasn't that bad of a game. It just wasn't my favorite.
But you completed it.
I did. I played all the way through it. All the way through. I only finished that game in like, I think there's 15 turns in that game, and I finished it on 13. So that one wasn't a quick blowout either.
All right, so this one's gonna, we'll see the way McMurray plays. See, Stalingrad Pocket 2, the campaign I think took me 3 weeks. McMurray will be done 2 days
By Saturday.
I won't be done today. I'm trying to paint miniatures tonight and tomorrow as well. So it's going to be a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3. But I'm hoping no more than that. So I'm trying to get a turn or two played every day that I'm off. And there's 16 turns.
in a video every 2 or 4 turns maybe.
Yeah, kind of. If something big happens in turn, I'll go. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of just wait until something big happens,
All right, so y'all keep your eyes on Wardrobe's channel for those videos to pop up. We got a little deal here where anything World War type, it goes over to Wardrobe, and anything that would be like Napoleon or ACW or just off the wall would come over on mine. So easy if you know he's doing something. If you know what era it is, you know what channel it'll be on. Reese,
It
we're going to
depends.
tell you the same thing we tell everybody. Any SCS game is a great, easy starter hex encounter game. Any of them.
Correct.
You-
If you ask Todd, he's going to tell you to play Rostov,
His favorite game.
his favorite game.
Best game ever made. Now, okay, let me recant that. So the core rules for SCS are 8 pages, and then depending on the game, you might have anywhere from 1 to 4 pages of special rules that apply specifically to that game. The ones I'll tell you to stay away from starting, don't mess with Day of Days. I'm not even going to say it never snows, because you could play a scenario and it never snows of a small scale. So it can Rostov. See, even Artie will tell you Rostov's a great one to start with. I
Stone.
think you can still get that, right? You can still
What
get
the-
the magazine for $30
What magazine?
for Rostov.
I
The-
don't know. I
Ziploc.
know you just get Bastogne. The game is incredible.
There you go. Get Bastogne. Ziplock's like $32, I think.
Yeah, it's great. It's cool because you don't. I understand that supply isn't that huge of a thing, and it's not a huge, but you don't have to worry about supply, which is nice when you're learning. And the scenario specific rules aren't overly complicated. Not that any of them really are, but some of them have. In some games, there's a lot more than there are in others. Like Drive on Paris is kind of a pain with all the random like extra transport you could use, and yeah. In some games, the air support is a little tricky, and it can add some extra layers. Not really so much in Bastogne. That's pretty nice.
And it's also we're trying to recommend games that you can still pick up without having to headhunt somebody.
Correct, or at least with a minimal amount of it. Ones that aren't hard to find. They aren't rare games.
He wants to know who
Yes.
makes Bastogne.
MMP. It's part of the SCS series. Not their big one. You want the SCS Bastogne game. Here, wait a minute. Hold on. Here's a picture over here. That's SCS Bastogne. It's a standard combat series game. I have not played this yet, but I won't have any issues when I go to play it. So
I will. The main thing motivating me to finish Stalingrad Pocket quickly is to play. Jeff and I are going to play Bastogne turn by turn, like Todd and I did.
He's ordered it.
It is decided.
there you go. Reese, I think you'll, and like I say, I'll tell you this, Reese, if you don't like it, whatever you paid for it, I'll pay you and I'll take the game off your hands. No problems.
That's fair. That's incredible. That's a hell of an offer.
And Greg, you're getting
Yeah,
yours
it
for
is.
free, so you better play the damn thing.
That being said, again, I want to reiterate, anybody who's watching, who's mildly interested in Hex Encounter, don't feel like you have to go find some Euro game looking thing. There's plenty of really, really good Hex Encounter games that are abundant and out there, that aren't expensive, that aren't hard to find. You don't have to go, try and find Campaign for North Africa or something goofy like that. Just watch, pop a question in the comments or something like that. Hey, I'm interested in this period. What do you think would be a good simple starter? And I guarantee you we can come up with something.
Yeah. And he's got a good point there. He can take some of the scenario stuff out of it and use it for something else.
110%.
There you go. There's something you minis players can adapt from a Hex Encounter game. I don't know if you could do it in reverse. I mean, I know there's some that have. So, but the system's so easy. I mean, you're not gonna, they have supply in there, very abstracted, very simple to use, but they do put it in there so that you can have the effect of what supply does to units, isolating units, things like that, overrunning, shooting gaps and breaking holes in lines and just running through the gaps. They have all that stuff built into most of the games. And yes, I agree, Gary, he probably should start with Race to Bastogne.
It's good. Bastogne I really enjoy because there's a bit of traffic direction in there too. That adds a challenge to the game that isn't coming from the rules. You know what I mean? So even though the rules can be pretty simple, it's still not just a blow through, wing, ding, play, be done with it.
Yeah, I can see what's going to happen. I didn't pull the strings on freaking Race for Bastogne, but I can see me doing it eventually. But I still need the red box, which I think they still got that on pre-order for Arnhem. I still don't have that yet.
I'm still waiting for you to order the Goss Bastogne or the Goss Bulge game.
I got it. I've had that forever.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first one I ever bought. I bought that years ago.
2,500 counters or something like that.
Hey, and I've got 2 copies. Well, no, I got 1 copy of the SPI, the original version. Oh, good deal, Greg. I'd love to see that. Give us some play-by-play when you play it. I think you'll find it interesting. And like I say, the rules are not hard to absorb at all in that system. So, Devil's Call, yeah, that's the one, Artie. That's the red box. I kind of want that, and I kind of wish if you told me right now if I had to pre-order that one, A Race to Bastogne, I'm probably going to take Devil's Call.
Jesus, Chris, you all right over there?
Yeah. I'm allergic to winter.
Reese is young, Minnie. He's good. Chuck, come on. I know you got a set of these. Come on. I've seen you wearing them. I have to do it. I can't read the rules or nothing without them things. Root. Chuck says Root. I hear people say that Root is a war game in the sense. My buddy down the road here seems to say that to me. There's a whole world out there. Minis is a big world, but Hex Encounter, it's been around a long time too. So the stuff's there. There we go. There's the mutt.
Reese, stay away from Hex Encounter. Stay away.
Brian, I played your copy of Med War Sicily, and I made sure that every hour or so I ate a baby aspirin, but I was A-okay, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
I can't blame you for having a heart attack playing that game. It almost happened.
Anyways, got Jeff here spreading the gospel of cardboard. Anyway,
Hey,
I have to get on here.
Hey, Brian.
Let people know we were talking about get over it.
So,
A5A, great game.
anyways,
Across Variables is an incredible game.
Yep. That's that system I'm getting ready to play over there. It's chip pull, just like A5A. A5A is a great, easy game. The only problem is you got to find a copy, which you can. They're out there, but
Again, that's one of those games
no longer
that
in print. So
it's not in print, but it's not hard to find a copy. Hell, there was a copy at Recruits for like $20 that I almost got just so I'd have a spare to give somebody.
well, Reese, you're going to have to get me a Mac V set up in there, or get me a LERP scenario or something like that if you want me to get involved. So,
oh boy.
Actually, you know what? I'd do anything in Eodrang. Give me some birds, since my last unit was an air cav unit. I could probably do that. Whatever you want to set up, brother.
Ugh.
And Greg, I know you will. I know you'll give it a run through. You strike me as the type that'll do that.
Yeah, Greg, don't you dare ask me about that crap.
Someone's salty.
Oh, I got a lot of salt, man.
Poor Mutt is 101% minis.
Yes,
Yes,
I
he
am.
is, and that's fine.
But he does play a board game.
He does.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
My
Yeah, I
one
was going to
board
say
game.
you played that one game with cardboard, Brian.
They only got 4 sides instead of 6 on their moving areas.
I was about to say it's a square game, which is weird, but whatever.
Whatever.
Well,
Cool.
that you say it's weird that it's a square game, but
Well, yeah. And the units have attributes in the game, like a hex and counter game.
this
here's Normandy.
is a square game.
I was looking at that, and I was also looking at the Cthulhu one.
See, he's got to throw something weird into it. He's got to have werewolves or something in it, or it's not right.
Good night, love you.
I love
you.
And on the 7th day, the Lord played Campaign for North Africa.
Gross. No, he didn't.
That's what
See?
Chuck said.
No,
Right there.
Charles. No, he didn't.
Yes, see squares.
No, on the 7th day, the Lord played Fistful of Lead.
On the 7th day, the good Lord himself played any variety of naval games. Let's be honest here.
Oh, Lord.
Got one cycle press done.
Okay, so there's that. Well, we're on to turn 2 now, Jeff. Sorry, buddy. I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
It's okay. I'm glad you're grinding it out. I can't wait to see you shoot some video of that. Because
Honestly, the
we didn't
biggest
play the
thing.
campaign. You and I didn't. What did we play?
You and I
Yeah, we played one scenario.
of this.
Yeah, or we started to.
Um.
We host attack.
Okay, there you go. I was
Yeah.
about to say, I think I've played every scenario. There's only 4 scenarios in this game, but I think I've played all of them other than the northern, like,
Oh crap!
where the Soviets are trying to close across the Don. I don't think I've played that one.
Well, so that attack with Hoth. So I think this game here from Vuka, I think that's what this is based on, trying to relieve 6th Army.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that what Hoth's attack was
Yes.
designed for? Yeah.
Yes. It was punching out of the kind of southwest
Right.
to try and reach the city. Yeah.
And it's funny, 'cause when I first played the game, that's the one I wanted to play, but for some reason I set the campaign up and played it.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, guys.
All right. Where do I want direct action markers for the commies?
Well, Airman, so I played my first scenario of Lock and Load Tactical. And I think I played 2. And I filmed the first one. And I will say this. I thought the system was fluid as hell.
Ugh.
Really fluid. But I didn't and it played easy. And then my brain went somewhere else. Oh, I know why. Because about the time I was doing that was I was starting this test play for the GBA-CW game. And that kind of distracted me a little bit. So what it is, I think it's one of these deals right now where until I'm done with this test play, I don't want to learn a new rule set. And Lock and Load Tactical at the time. And see, I have David and Devin, and they were kind enough to send me the solitaire system for it. So I really want to, that'll be great for me. I want to put that to use. And then they sent me a Nations at War. I'll tell you and I still got to do a flip-flop, brother. I need to get a box and send. I'm going to send you the Vietnam book and the West Front tanks, and you send me those East Front tanks.
Yeah, it's sitting there ready to go. I've done you the favor of removing the shrink wrap.
You did not take that shrink wrap off.
Oh, I did.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I did. No, I did. No, I didn't. No, I did.
What he fails to tell everybody is he's got a shrink wrap machine in his closet.
Tell them that.
Do I lie?
Don't tell them that.
Wow.
Guys, this has been a good chit chat we've had on here tonight. We
Yeah.
got into some good details, and
Gee,
I'll tell you, well
wonderful.
done. Well hosted tonight, buddy. Didn't cough up
I'm
too
glad-
much of a lung.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys came on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was just going to be me, staring at the camera.
Good deal.
I would have come up with something.
I didn't know till McMurray messaged me because I never looked to see what the title of the show was tonight. And then I finally looked. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, we do need to get on there.
Yeah. So
Of course, you know me, I'd have popped in anyhow. So
you would have
I
eventually.
think Todd missed out on a good one tonight. But
Yeah, he did.
if he went to his favorite show, we can make an exception.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, I get it. I was able to get to see Young Frankenstein on the big screen.
Right.
So, one of my all-time favorite movies. One of the 3 best Mel Brooks movies.
I love
It is
watching
really
the
good.
bloopers.
The other 2 being History of the World Part 1 and Blazing Saddles.
Which you almost can't find anywhere anymore because of the far, far left or whatever it is.
I've got it. So, but guys, go ahead.
I was going to say, Chuck, we took a vote and we're not going to talk naval games on this channel anymore.
That's
Oh,
not at all
hell
true.
not.
What's going on, Charles?
He says naval games in
Disregard
preparation
Jeff
for the
Heresy.
flood.
Yeah,
Yep.
we do, Hiss. We need to, and it's not. I tell you what, Hiss. This is holiday season now, and I'm a government employee, so the time off comes in massive waves from now through the end of the year, and I am off between the week of Christmas and New Year's. I'll be off that whole week, and since those holidays fall on a weekend, that means I pretty much got 5 days.
Yep.
I'm only
you
going to
do.
pay for 1 or for 4, so. But yet we do, because I do enjoy the game. Like I said, I bounce between 2 computer games. So, and it's just right now, it just wasn't World of Tanks' turn. But there's no reason why it can't be again. And I think I'd have a blast. You and I playing and have a blast.
I
You
know.
guys should play What a Tanker instead. That game is exquisite.
It
But
is.
you all play that and I'll watch.
No, it
What
was
a
a
Tanker.
joke. But yeah.
What a Tanker's a fun game. I won't lie.
I like that one we played with Steel with Clay. I thought that was fun.
Tank charts?
Yeah.
That was a
Tank
good
charts,
game.
yeah. I still got the rules floating around here.
What a burger.
Yeah, I know. Hissy. Okay, here. I'll tell you what kind of a World of Tanks player I have been over the years. You know the Christmas box stuff that they have? My dumbass had dropped $300 on those in a heartbeat.
There's no way.
Yep.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a heartbeat. I
Yeah,
read.
I've been on that
I
World
probably-
of Tanks for a while.
Take care, Reese.
I pretty much got all the premiums now, so I don't really, unless they come up with some new ones.
Do they save all your tanks after you've been gone for so long or whatever?
Yeah, no. Anything you buy for sure, or any of the premiums that you buy or earn,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
yours. Period.
Oh,
And the tanks that you've leveled up and everything, they stay the same way.
I got 1 or 2 premiums on that stupid thing.
Gotta have them premiums. And I understand they made some changes to the game, and I haven't been in there yet to play in the last couple of months. So, my favorite tank. Ooh.
It's going to be a German cat.
He's going to change it now just because you said that.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So, remember, if you had to guess which German tank, because you and I just talked about it the other night,
Panther.
Is your favorite?
you would think I would love to play, not because it has any specific power. It's a lightweight, so to speak, but I love to play it.
You said it's lightweight. Does that mean it's early war or is it just lightweight?
Well, put it this way: it was an MBT, and it was made throughout the entire war.
Panzer IV.
Yep. I love playing that 4H with the snub or with the 75 on it. I like playing the Sherman. There's a few Russian tanks that are okay. Some of the smaller countries, I'm not so. British Cromwell's fun to play.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Takes a
Oh yeah, the Ghoster, man, that's a good tank. The game's fun. That's why I always keep it updated. I never install it, and I run Aslan's stuff because I need the I like the. Well, I take it back. I don't know if I run Aslan's, but I like to mark my guns, trying to 3 mark my tanks. That's the stuff I love to do. Chuck, you're not harassing, buddy. You fit right in with us. And if you didn't speak a foreign California language, we'd bring you on the show with us
I would be delighted to have Charles on the show.
in a heartbeat.
Onions.
Take care of you four.
All right, Air.
Be
I
good,
think
guys.
I got your email.
Hope things go well for you. And
Ooh, colonoscopy.
I'll tell you right now, you're gonna sleep the deepest sleep you've ever had.
Yep.
And it's
Hey.
and it's relaxing.
The most expensive, best anal sex you've ever had, too.
Bingo.
I did mine 3 years ago.
So.
Mm.
Well, guys, we are coming up quickly on 3 hours.
What's
okay?
going on?
Good show. Good chit chat tonight.
We'll keep talking, Brian.
No, that's all right, dude.
No, we got to keep talking, Brian.
No, that's okay, man.
What?
So, but guys, thank y'all one and all for showing up. Everybody. At one point in time, I looked up in the corner and it looked like we had 17 watching at one time.
Jesus.
So
Yes, sir.
let's at sometime in 2023, I want to break 20. I would love to have 20 people watching at one time. So
Good show tonight. Good show tonight, Chris. I think you're adding a new color to the palette.
yep.
What?
Hex Encounter.
We can just get that other black and white person to play.
Don't be grumpy. Don't be grumpy. That's Jeff's job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, we are going to go ahead and call it tonight. It was a great show. 2 hours and 51 minutes. I don't think anybody got too bored watching it. So I want to thank everybody that came in. Hissy and E4, Charles, John Longshore was here.
Hard
Yeah.
Wolf.
Ardwolf.
Thanks for popping in,
Thank
Gary.
you.
Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you, Ardwolf. That does mean a lot to me. Gamers with Coffee, Reese.
Everybody
Warm-up-
popped in. John Longshore made an appearance.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Coggy, walkabout.
Yeah,
Or
Walkabout was here. Cog was here. Original Grognard was here. Todd was here. He must have caught us during intermission or something. Richard Champion was with us. Excuse me. So, guys, again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for getting me to 266. It's we're 34 away from 300.
Oh God, I have a bet still that stands on that.
Yep. So again, once again, everybody, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.